Let's jump into it. Let's get into it. Let's jump into it. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you an eye tutorial on how I used to do my makeup in college. So if you're interested in knowing more about the techniques and products used in today's video, keep on watching. Interesting. Okay, well, I just did the whole first step and it wasn't even videoing me, so that's great. Just to backtrack, what I did to the eyes so far is I went right under the brow with Highbrow by Benefit, and then I coated my entire lid with the Painterly paint pot. After that, I took a fluffy brush from Morphe, it's the M518, and I coated the entire lid in translucent powder. That's just going to help set that base and allow for my shadows that I'm about to apply be able to blend beautifully and seamlessly together. So now that we're filming, I am trying something new. I'm trying the eye tutorial more zoomed in. So let me know if you like this. I don't know if I'm going to like it, but since I am doing more of an eye tutorial, I figured I would just do like a zoomed in snapshot so you guys can actually see the detail in the shadow and what I'm doing with my eyes. So let me know in the comments below if this is like not your groove, not your thing, but we'll see what happens. For today's look, I'm gonna be using two eyeshadow palettes. The first one being Lilac You a Lot from ColourPop Cosmetics. And I'm gonna be using a couple of shades out of the Kylie Cosmetics Holiday Collection from 2016. Yes, that's right, 2016. That's how long I've had this little palette. So we have these three shadows across the top. I'm gonna be using primarily this Dusty Rose color and also this deep brown shade as well. So without further ado, I'm just gonna jump right in and start the tutorial. So I'm gonna take the shade Imagine That from the Lilac You a Lot palette. And I'm just gonna take that color right in the crease and start blending up to the brow bone. Great. So once you're satisfied with the way that looks, you're gonna move on to the next color. I'm gonna be moving on to the Kylie Cosmetics collection. I'm gonna be using this Dusty Rose color right here. It is called Frosty. Again, doing the exact same thing with the brush, loading it up with the color and kind of just blending right over that purpley shade that we just put down, except we're not going as high on the brow bone this time. Now I know this video is makeup, or how I did my makeup in college. I didn't have the Lilac You a Lot palette in college, so I kind of just subbed that in last minute, but this is the exact Kylie Cosmetics palette that I used to use for this look. Obviously, it's from 2016, so I decided to kind of recreate the look. I was super nervous. Like I said, I filmed this before and I was like, this is ugly. But then it like kind of came together and I was like, oh, it's kind of fire. So I decided to film it for real. With the Dusty Rose color I'm using, you can kind of start to focus on the outer corner of the eye because we're actually going to place our next color there and then blend inwards. So we're kind of laying down like the base of the shape.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
So we have been in our house for just over a year now. And I'm starting to make some like, I guess, renovations, I guess you could say. So I'm thinking about starting a second channel and calling it like the Muncasters or like Muncaster vlogs or whatever, and vlogging our renovations and stuff. Would you guys be interested in seeing that? Because I feel like, especially now, like as I told y'all in one of my previous videos, I am unemployed right now. And so Charlie and I are budgeting hardcore. We're actually using the Dave Ramsey Every Dollar. Shout out Dave. But I am finding so many cool ways to redesign our house for like next to nothing. You'd be surprised what you can get done for a very low cost. So I'm thinking I might do that. Would you guys be interested in that? Let me know. Let me know. Sound off in the comments below if you would be interested in some home improvement vlogs. I mean, it wouldn't be on this channel, but it would be on another channel. And like Charlie and I would be in it together. I think I'm gonna do it anyway, actually. So whatever. Anyways, back to the makeup. Once you have those colors kind of laid down to look kind of like a mauve-y color and smoked out the way that you want, we're gonna move on to the darker color. So I'm gonna take a Morphe E17 brush, looks like this. It's kind of like a little small, precise shader, pencil-y brush, whatever you wanna call it. And I'm gonna go right into that dark brown color. It's called Chestnut. And just pick up some on my brush. Make sure to tap off that excess because you don't want any surprises. And I'm gonna lay that kind of just on the outer corner. Ooh, see, that is pigmented. Keep that fluffy brush handy that you use to smoke out those other colors, because we're actually gonna take the darker color and blend it in with those other two. And like I said, focusing on the outer corner, blending inwards is gonna be the play here. Has anyone been like sick during this corona thing? Like, I haven't had corona. I've been tested for corona and it was negative, but I feel like I've just had like this sinus stuff like hanging on forever. And I've been to the doctor, I had a telehealth appointment and he prescribed me stuff and it like works. And I take meds for like 7 days and then at like 7 days it like stops working and like I relapse. It's the weirdest thing. So maybe I just have like intense allergies or something, I'm not sure. So with this dark color, I didn't get any more on my brush, but I'm kind of just applying more to the lid. Applying more, blending out, applying more, blending out. It's super buildable and that's what you want to do with this look. You don't want to just go like, boom, dark color in the eye, because once you go there, there's no going back, you know? And guys, I'm using such a light pressure. Like, I wish you could tell how light-handed I'm going in. You don't want to make a mistake and have harsh lines, so use very light pressure when applying your shadows. There's something about blending eyeshadow too that's just so soothing to me. Like, that's why I got into the makeup game anyway, is like watching those videos and actually doing it myself. Like, it is relaxing. I wish I could have shown you like my full face routine. Like, I literally sat here for like 50 minutes just applying foundation. Like, I'm a little bit insane, but it's just fun and it soothes me and it's, I don't know, I just love it so much. And other people who love makeup will totally understand. The other people who are like, I just put on my makeup for 5 minutes and then I run out. I'm like, I don't understand you, but they don't understand me either. So I guess it makes sense. It's so hard for me to like go on vacation with friends or like just be somewhere with other friends who are like that though, because I'm like, okay, I need to start getting ready for dinner like 3 hours early, and they're like, what? They just don't get it, you know? And like, it's a process. Like, I don't just look this good just like popping out the shower and throwing on some mascara, you know what I mean? Like, I need time. Still blending. This is gonna take forever.
2 hours later.
Yep, still going. Moving on to the next eye, finally. You know, all these big like YouTube makeup stars, like they have like a crew that like sits behind their camera, like make sure they stay in focus, like make sure everything's perfect, the lighting looks good, the skin looks flawless. And it's like just me in here, you know? So it's like kind of lonely. You know, there's no one to talk to, no one to laugh at my jokes. I mean, it's really just, we're out here in the hard knocks, you know? Learning the life lessons, let me tell you. I am gonna stop there with the dark color because I'm actually going to quickly put some powder on my face and then do the lid portion. We're gonna be using a glitter, a ColourPop Super Shock shadow, if you will. So I'm gonna get my damp sponge and just plop it down in my translucent powder. I'm gonna put that right below my eye where the fallout would normally go. Okay, once that's packed on there, and you look like you work at a bakery. I'm gonna be using this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. It's called Meow. Looks like, the packaging looks kind of crazy because I've had it for so long. But this actually was one of their summer limited edition collections that they did. And I loved the color so much that when I found out they were going to be discontinuing the shade Meow, I freaked out and immediately bought a ton of them. So I still have 8 unopened shadows. So I bought a ton of them because they were not going to restock and I freaked out. This look that I'm doing was like my tried and true look. And so I was like, I have to have a ton of them. Like if I run out, I'll never be able to do this look again. Like I don't want to find a dupe. Like I want the real thing. So I bought a ton of them and here I am like barely ever doing this look. So maybe I'll bring it back, who knows. To give you a reference of what it looks like, it comes out to be this like beautiful gunmetal silver color. And I'm just gonna pop that right on the lid. Ooh, I still love this color. So once you have the glitter shadow of your choice laid down, I am going to be blending out that line where the dark color meets the glitter. Okay, so now we're gonna wipe away that powder. I'm using a Morphe E56 and just like flicking it away. Taking a Morphe E18, which is the E17's little sister. This is the E18, this is the E17. So you can just tell it's a little bit more shorter bristles, more compacted, things like that. I'm gonna be smoking out the lower lash line using the exact colors that we did for the top of the eye. So again, going in with Imagine That first. And just starting at the outer corner and working my way in. Then again with the dusty rose color called Frosty from the Kylie Cosmetics collection, same brush, just going right over that purple color. And then last but not least, going in with that dark chestnut color. Now that you've done all these steps, you're done with the eyeshadow portion. So congrats on making it this far. Next, we're going to do a black winged liner. Pray for me. I'm gonna be using my Inglot gel liner in black. Literally like the best gel liner I've ever used. Well, in my personal opinion. I have heard that on some people this bleeds a little bit, but for me, it stays exactly where it needs to be. So I just dropped a drop of the Inglot Duraline. This is basically just like, they call it a mixing liquid. You put it in here and it makes it so smooth. So it literally makes it so easy to apply. I'm using a Morphe M158. The bristles are so short and compact that it makes it easier to apply the liner to me. When I apply gel liner like this with a brush, because it's not easy and because you want it to be as precise as possible, I start with like the line just across the top of the eye. And then I just slowly thicken the back. I can't tell you how nervous I am. Rome wasn't built in a day, people.
2 hours later.
Just did a bad thing. I regret the thing I did. And you're wondering what it is. I'll tell you what I did. I did a bad thing.
Okay, did I overdo it on the gel liner? Yes, I did. But do I think it's a look? I absolutely do. Next step, I'm going to line my waterline with the MAC Eye Kohl pencil in Smolder. Okay, next I'm gonna pop on a lash, and I actually learned something really cool this last week about lashes and lash glue. So I'm actually gonna put it to the test today and see if it works. Today I'm gonna do another set of the Ardell Wispies in number 701. So the hack is that you actually just put the glue on your lash line and then you just lay the lash on there. So let's try it. Okay. Oh, this feels so weird. Going in. Oh. What? Oh my gosh. That was so easy. Like, I saw a video of this and I was like, oh, that looks easy, but I wasn't prepared for how easy it would actually be. Bro. I'm never going back. I'm never doing it the regular way again. Like, this is the new normal. But like, they should put out an article. Breaking news. Never put lash glue on the lash. Just put it on your face first. Like, people need to know about this. The people need to know. I'm never not putting my lashes on like that. Okay. Final step, just add a little bit of mascara to your bottom lashes. Okay, we're gonna pop on some highlight in the inner corner and around our face, and then we're done. I'm gonna take this highlighter brush by Morphe. It's an M451. Let me teach you a little hack here. In the Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, she has a shade called I'm In It, and it's this one right here. And I'm gonna use that as my highlighter. So I'm just gonna dip my little highlighter brush in there, tap off any excess. So you can tell the pink reflects here on camera. And then I'm going to take my blush brush that has leftover blush on it from earlier. Today I'm going to be using the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Creme Brulee. It's one of my favorites. It's a pink shade, but goes on pretty neutral. So that completes the look, guys. I hope that you loved the video and learned something new today. As always, let me know how I did in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more content. And until next time, bye. I'm so weird. I'm gonna check my texts. I look so good. I'm gonna be using this ColourPop Words are hard to say. What is that sound? Oh, he's turning off the sprinkler. Anyway, I got a big forehead, y'all. It's big. Look at that. I mean, that is literally 4-finger forehead right there. It's a lot of real estate up there. You know what I'm saying? I'm so over this. Cute. That's it. I'm done.